Behind the iconic and lovable Toy Story film series is a profound exploration into a number of different and complicated subjects such as change, identity, and belonging. And rightfully so, as this series is the ultimate allegory for coming of age, the transition between childhood to adulthood. And Toy Story tells us about this through the anxieties of toys, essentially through how they deal with change and growing up. As children move into their teen years, they consistently become more self-aware of their existence and place within a society. They get their first jobs and first true relationships outside of their family. It's a phase of finding out who they are and where they belong. Instead of being asked, "What do you want to be?" they start getting asked, "What do you do?" Much like children, we have characters like Buzz Lightyear, who is introduced as this character who believes he is a space ranger, and much like a child, is unaware of what he actually is or what his purpose is.
Plastic! He can't fly!
They are a beryllium carbonic alloy, and I can fly.
While Woody struggles to find his own place among Andy's toys when Buzz replaces him as the favorite. They struggle with identity.
Lightyear to the rescue!
Oh! Hey, Woody's got something like that. His is a pull string, only...
What Toy Story really explores is that change, and all the pain that comes from it, allows us to truly find where we belong, a place that we have an identity. We can see this theme played out fully when we examine each film in the Toy Story series, where the main source of conflict stems from the anxiety of separation and abandonment as people change.
I'm lost! Oh, I'm a lost toy!
In order to cope, characters would always try to maintain a status quo or a predictable state of living. They always try to prevent change, not embrace it, and it always backfires. In Toy Story 1, the primary conflict is between Woody and Buzz, where Woody literally tries to push Buzz out of the picture and become Andy's favorite toy again. Of course, this results in Woody and Buzz getting lost and subsequently kidnapped and tortured by Sid. In Toy Story 2, the prospector refuses to be treated like a toy and inevitably thrown away. He'd rather be immortalized as a museum piece, never played with, but never destroyed and thrown in the trash, always belonging somewhere. And of course, in the end, he ends up being taken by a girl who draws all over her toys. In Toy Story 3, Lotso at first seemingly welcomes new toys, but leaves them to be demolished and dismantled, allowing him to be the only toy that remains unbroken. In the end, Lotso ironically becomes tied to the front of a garbage truck. I want to talk about social identity theory. Social identity theory states that we identify ourselves based on the groups we are a part of. If we have a positive evaluation of said group, consequently, we will hold negative views towards those who do not belong to our group, which in turn enhances our own self-image. When toys are removed from their social setting, they essentially lose who they are. When Woody is replaced by Buzz, his initial coping method is to reaffirm his status as Andy's favorite toy. He doesn't belong in the treasure chest. He doesn't belong with his group of reject toys. And as children grow into teenagers, social interactions at this age are comparable. Teenagers again become much more aware of their membership amongst various groups and existence in relation to others. You have the formation of in-groups and out-groups, discovery of new feelings such that of angst, rejection, and jealousy. Even the song lyrics of Strange Things by Randy Newman reflect something akin to that of a teenager going through puberty. When we look at in-groups and out-groups in Toy Story, Ackerman points out that the source of identity with toys is in the relation to that of ownership. These specific toys are identified as Andy's, where it is literally inscribed on their feet. Conversely, toys who do not belong to the group of Andy are represented very one-dimensionally, often with a strange quirk or aesthetic appearance, such as Sid's toys or the other Buzz Lightyear or the toys at the daycare. They are not Andy's toys and thus are viewed negatively upon. When we use Toy Story to speak to social identity, we can see a facet of symbols and analogies, especially when it comes to children and teenagers trying to figure out who they want to be. Being lost as a toy really means losing their identity. This is their biggest fear, not knowing if they'll ever return to their owner. So when the only identity the toys know, being that they are Andy's toys, is finally taken away from them at the end of Toy Story 3, this is probably the one time they truly feel uncertain and scared. They'll never be Andy's toys again, and yes, they have a new owner. But to move on and embrace change demonstrates growth, especially for Woody, who was the most attached to Andy. This ending is as much a moment of growth for the toys as it is for Andy. In the end, those who navigate change the best are the ones who are better off for it. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, this was a look at some of my thoughts surrounding a running theme within the Toy Story original trilogy. With a fourth one on its way, I'm excited to see where else they can take the story and these beloved characters. I grew up watching Toy Story 2 over and over again, and revisiting these characters while making this video hit me with a great sense of nostalgia. So, which is your favorite Toy Story and why? Let me know. See you guys next time.